What was that?
banana. I don't ever, as a child, I never recall banana. Oranges, very rarely, you know. My cousin, my Aunt Sissy, or Cecilia, all right, which was aunt-in-law, was visiting our house with my cousin Jeffrey, and he was just a tiny baby, and she was giving him a quarter of an orange, and it went down his throat and jammed, and he got stuck in his throat, and he turned purple just about, you know, and I remember my mother, you know, holding him up and beating him and this sort of thing, and eventually he came out. All right. I mean, she basically saved his life. You know?
Right.
Yeah. That's yeah, my cousin Jeffrey. I'm not. I mean, I'm in touch with him, but I mean, not to that extent. You know?
Right. So you never saw like a lot of tropical or exotic fruits then, as a child?
No. I mean, you just A, it wasn't there, and B, I mean, we didn't have the money. You know, Dad was the only provider, and that was it. You know, and I mean, I'm thinking, in most of this period, of course, was the Depression period leading up to the Second World War.
Right.
You know, I mean, the Depression in this country and everywhere else, it was worldwide. And I don't think Dad lost much. Did Bug go to bed?
No, it's in the other room.
I don't think he lost much time. I really don't think so. I think he pretty well worked all the way through, because whatever he was doing, they wanted. No?
Right.
No, I don't honestly think that how much he was made. He never worked overtime. He used to leave the house about 7 in the morning, maybe it was 6, I don't know, real early, and come home about 5:30 at night, you know, because he used to ride his bike to work. It was about 2 to 3 miles each way. You know? But no, I mean, we used to grow in the garden. I mean, we had a fairly big garden, not as big as what we got here now, of course, but it was all cultivated. In other words, you had raspberries growing, blackberries growing, and we have, you know, plum trees, apple trees. And
these are all things that are going to come back the following year.
And we were all digging, you know, we always had what they call, they used to call it a trench. In other words, you should dig from one end of the garden to the other, but the thing is, this trench was always open, right? And you put all the cuttings from the house, you know, the green cuttings and all this sort of stuff, and lawn trimmings from we used to push mower. We used to put it in the trench, and when that was full, you go along and turn that one in, and then you go to the next one and turn all that stuff in. Okay? And the chickens, of course, were in the backyard. In a similar sort of cage that I made for the birds, only a lot bigger, and we used to move that around so that chicken droppings would move all around the garden and that sort of stuff, you know. Yeah, it's a interesting way, but no, yeah, it was a small farm, the way we did it almost, you know. I mean, we grew our own lettuce. Grew everything ourselves, you know. As basically, I suppose, Jamie, somewhat similar, I suppose, to what we used to do up in Maryland, you know, because we had a fairly big vegetable garden up there, you know. That was it. I mean, talking about various things, I mean, Jean next door never, even though she's an avid gardener, never grows anything from seeds. And I explained to her, I said, you know, the easiest thing in the world is to grow seeds. I mean, you know, I can get plants, and she's absolutely amazed that I dig up plants and take them out and stick them in the ground. You know, this all came from seed. But yeah, we used to grow everything from seed. You know, in a row and then go along and weed it out. So you had a plant every, 3-4 inches or whatever it happened to be. Grew potatoes. Although we used to grow what we call new potatoes. In other words, when they got small, we used to dig them up. We never grew what they call main crop potatoes because as cheap as they were, it wasn't worth the effort.
They took too long to grow.
Yeah, no, yeah, but on top of that, the farmers could produce them. Even with labor, they could produce them fairly cheaply. And we used to buy half a hundredweight of potatoes, which is 56 pounds. That's it. Well, Jamie, that's it for tonight, I think.
That's fine.